It is 1:47 in the morning. The house is completely silent. The only light in the room is the cool blue glow of your smartphone screen reflecting off your face. Your eyes are burning. Your body is physically heavy, practically begging for rest. You know logically that you have to be up in 5 hours. You know that the morning commute is going to be brutal and that the first Zoom meeting of the day is going to feel like wading through wet cement. And yet, you just can't put the phone down. You swipe. You refresh. You watch another 30-second clip. You tell yourself just 5 more minutes, but 5 minutes turns into an hour. Here is the question I want you to ask yourself. Why? Most people think this is a discipline problem. They think they have insomnia. They think they have poor time management skills. But I am here to tell you that it is none of those things. You aren't staying awake because you aren't tired. You are staying awake because you're not finished with yourself yet. You are staying awake because you are not ready to accept that today is over. This phenomenon actually has a name. Psychologists call it revenge bedtime procrastination. It sounds intense, doesn't it? But it is actually a desperate cry for control. It is an emotional compensation mechanism. When the entirety of your day is spent being squeezed dry by the demands of others, your boss, your clients, your family, the traffic, the emails, the late night becomes the only territory you have left to conquer. So let's talk about why we do this, why it is destroying our happiness, and how we can actually fix it without forcing ourselves to just try harder. Let's look at the anatomy of your average weekday. From the moment the alarm screams at you, you are in reactive mode. You react to the alarm. You react to the traffic on the highway. You react to the Slack notifications pinging on your laptop. You spend 8, 10, maybe 12 hours checking off boxes on someone else's to-do list. You are a high-functioning machine, an efficient employee, a responsible adult. But where are you in that equation? By the time you finally crash onto the couch at 8 p.m., your emotional bank account is overdrawn. You have spent every ounce of your emotional capital on being polite, being professional, and being productive. Your sense of self has completely evaporated. In this state, going to sleep feels like a defeat. It feels like surrendering. If you go to sleep now, it means this day is officially over. And if the day is over, you have to admit that you did absolutely nothing for yourself. You existed, but you didn't live. So your brain engages in a rebellion. You decide to steal back your time. You stay up late to watch Netflix, to play video games, to scroll through Instagram, or to browse Amazon for things you don't need. This isn't leisure, it's revenge. You are taking revenge on the day that stole your autonomy. But there is a deeper, darker layer to this. It's not just about reclaiming today, it's about avoiding tomorrow. Let's be honest about the Sunday scaries. We all know that feeling in the pit of our stomach on Sunday evening. But have you ever noticed that Friday nights are when you sleep the best? It's not because your mattress is magically softer on Fridays. It's not because you're more tired. It is because on Friday night, you don't have to face the grind the next morning. The anticipation of Saturday allows you to let go. Conversely, on a Tuesday night, you are keenly aware that tomorrow looks exactly like today. The same commute, the same fluorescent lights, the same fatigue. You know that the moment you close your eyes, you are hitting the fast-forward button to another day of emptiness. So you instinctively delay it. You fight sleep because sleep is the portal to a tomorrow you aren't looking forward to. I saw this cycle in my own life for 2 solid years. I was part of the hustle culture. I would work until 9 p.m., drag myself through the door, and I was so exhausted I couldn't even form coherent sentences. But would I sleep? Absolutely not. I would open my laptop and doom scroll until 2 a.m. I would wake up at 7 a.m., chug 3 espressos, put on a brave face, and do it all over again. I told myself I was unwinding. I told myself I was making time for me. But deep down, I knew I was just punishing myself. This is the trap of fake compensation. We think that binging a TV show is self-care. We think that dissociating on TikTok is relaxation. But it's not. It is numbing. It is passive consumption. You aren't recharging your battery. You're just running down the clock. And the result? It is a vicious, toxic cycle. You stay up late, so you are exhausted the next day. Because you are exhausted, your efficiency drops. Because your efficiency drops, you have to work longer hours or stress more to keep up. Because you work longer hours, you have less time for yourself. And because you have less time for yourself, you feel even more entitled to stay up late again tonight. You are digging a hole, and every night you dig it a little deeper. So, how do we stop digging? How do we break a cycle that feels so automatic? The turning point for me, and the turning point for you, starts with a brutal realization. If your life makes you not want to go to sleep, the problem isn't your sleep hygiene. The problem is your life. The solution isn't to buy melatonin gummies or a weighted blanket. The solution is to change the way you navigate your waking hours. I call this the golden hour strategy. I realized that I couldn't wait until 11 p.m. to find myself. I had to pay myself first. I started carving out one single hour during the day, usually in the early evening, before the lethargy set in strictly for me. Now here are the rules for the golden hour. This is crucial. Rule number 1, no work. Rule number 2, no trying to be productive. Rule number 3, no purely passive consumption. This isn't about clearing your inbox, hitting the gym to burn calories because you feel guilty about lunch. This is about doing something that feeds your soul. Maybe it's reading a physical book, fiction, sci-fi, something that takes you away. Maybe it's working on a puzzle. Maybe it's taking a walk outside without headphones, just listening to the neighborhood. Maybe it's playing the guitar, even if you're terrible at it. During this hour, you are not an employee. You are not a parent. You are not a partner. You are just you. It sounds simple, almost too simple to work. But the psychological shift is massive. When you give yourself that hour during the day, your emotional account gets a deposit. You feel satisfied. You feel seen by yourself. When 11 p.m. rolls around, you don't feel that desperate, clawing need to stay awake and reclaim your time. Why? Because you already did. You already had your moment. You don't need to stay up until 2 a.m. seeking revenge because you didn't let the day victimize you. But that is only half the battle. The other half is dealing with the dread of tomorrow. Remember what I said about the Friday night versus Sunday night sleep quality? The key difference is anticipation. If you want to fall asleep easily, you need to trick your brain into actually wanting tomorrow to come. Many of you will say, "But my job is boring," or "My life is repetitive, I can't change that." And fair enough. We can't all quit our jobs and move to Hawaii. But you can engineer micro-anticipations. You have to actively plant small seeds of joy in your schedule for tomorrow. You cannot wait for happiness to fall out of the sky. You have to schedule it. Maybe tomorrow morning, you're going to go to that specific coffee shop that makes the really good pour-over. That is a reason to wake up. Maybe you have a podcast episode you've been saving specifically for your commute. Maybe you're going to wear that new jacket you just bought. Maybe you're going to take a slightly longer lunch break to visit a bookstore. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It just has to be something that belongs to you. When you start doing this, when you satisfy your emotional needs today, and you set up a small reward for tomorrow, something incredible happens. Discipline becomes obsolete. You don't need willpower to go to sleep when you are content. Think about a kid on Christmas Eve. Do they fight sleep? No. They try to sleep as fast as possible because they want the morning to arrive. You need to channel a fraction of that energy. You need to make your life just interesting enough that you are willing to close your eyes and fast forward to the good part. So here is the reality check. Tonight, you're going to find yourself at that crossroads again. You'll be tired, but your hand will reach for the phone. You'll think, "I deserve this downtime." I want you to stop and ask yourself 2 questions. Question 1, did I honor myself today? Question 2, what is one small thing I can look forward to tomorrow? If the answer is no and nothing, then do not blame the blue light and do not blame the caffeine. Blame the fact that you are running on empty. You have to stop treating sleep as an unfortunate interruption to your life. Sleep is not the enemy. Sleep is the bridge between a day where you satisfied yourself and a tomorrow where you have something to smile about. Stop using the late night to punish yourself for a life you feel you don't control. Reclaim the day so you can surrender to the night. You are worth more than a doom scroll at 2 a.m. You are worth a real life, and you are worth a good night's rest. I want to try a little experiment with you guys. In the comments below, I want you to write down exactly what you are going to do with your golden hour tomorrow. Are you going to paint? Are you going to walk the dog? Are you going to sit on the porch and drink tea? Commit to it in writing right now. And if you found this perspective helpful, or if you felt a little called out by the 2 a.m. scrolling description, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on how to actually live a life you don't need to escape from. Go get some sleep. You've got a good day coming tomorrow. Thanks for watching.